I was predominantly raised by my mother. I had a dad. My father, my biological father, was killed 3 months before I was born.
I didn't know that. We share a lot in common.
Oh, wow, really?
Really?
I was born March 4th. Pisces in the house?
Whatever. Keep that.
No, but serious. My aunt had a friend, and I think my mother liked older men. And that is just the weirdest things to me because, I be at the playground. I like the little toddlers.
That's fucked up.
I fucks with the toddlers.
I don't like how that sounds.
But you know what? Believe it or not, I think when I was younger, I was attracted to older men. But as I got older, I'm attracted to younger men.
That cougar that set in.
Whatever. I'm a puma.
Hey, say what you say.
I'm a puma. I'm not a...
Nah, so you might think you're a puma, but you're a cougar.
I'm a cougar.
Cougars work slow.
Oh, okay. So anyway, bringing it back. Like I said, I was predominantly raised by a single parent, although my dad was in the picture and he made sure I was good. I mean, financially, most definitely, stability was there. I'm going to say my dad was street smart.
So you grew up with no man in the house but a man in your life.
Well, he was there. He was there, but that wasn't his primary resident. He was my dad, I'm going to say, from the age of 1 till he passed away. And I was most definitely grown when he passed away.
Really?
2006 is when he passed. He had got sick and I acquired Olivet. Well, actually, I acquired Olivet in 2001.
This story is crazy because I've been on Olivet all my life.
He didn't stay on Olivet. He just was a property owner.
So I might have seen him once or twice.
I'm sure he probably came over there and worked on the house at the Georges.
At the Georges. Shout out to the Georges.
No, shout out to them bums. I forget where I was damn going. When you said shout out to the Georges, that fucked me up.
We've been off for that.
Whatever.
Like I asked, so you did have a man present in your life.
Right. He was a hustler. I get some of my grind from him. I got the book smarts from my mother and the grind from my dad.
See, that's the problem with the world right now.
Which part?
Ain't no men in nobody's lives.
Men are where? Either incarcerated.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You have men who have multiple children just spread out. They are 9 times out of 10 in either one of the child's lives all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Or he just single out there and he may visit from time to time. So he's not primarily in any child's life.
That's not a man.
Well, I mean, it depends. Well, that's not how I'm trying to say it. Okay. What I'm trying to say is that whoever that man is with, he's with that child typically 24/7 because he lives in the house with that child. So he's going to spend more time with that child than he is his other children. If he choose to spend time with those children.
I have kids. I spread my time out equally.
Well, shit, it's only 7 days a week. No.
Hey, and we hang out.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Even with my kids that's out of town, I talk to them every day.
Oh, so you sound better when you talking into the mic. You're supposed to talk into the mic.
Into the mic.
Yeah, thank you. So, yeah. What were you talking about? Shit. Yeah, it's gonna be a lot of editing on this one. Damn, where was I at?
I was just
We were talking about being in the house.
Men in the
Okay,
house.
so anyway, there are a lot of women who are raising their children by themselves for whatever reason it is.
There's a few reasons.
Okay.
And this go back to our mamas and grandmothers.
Well, I think around the time, well, outside of death, I believe that as far as my grandmother and my great grandmother is concerned, if my paternal sides, if they were living, I think they were going to be there.
Like, I know my father's side of the family. Like, my father was killed too.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Oh, well, duh. That's why you said what you said.
Yeah. My father was killed too. He was messing with some ladies.
Oh, okay.
Some man's wife, and the man was actually onto him. Like, my father was a hustler. He was a pimp.
Oh, okay. Because I was going to say a hoe, but.
You got to sell yourself to be a pimp.
Really?
The first step of pimping is selling yourself.
Okay, well, yeah, I guess I was never a pimp, so I guess I don't know. I just know most of the times they kind of sample, but I didn't know they were hoes first. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, well, that's nice to know. Okay, wait. Let's step back.
Back.
Let's get the definition of dad and the definition of father.
Dad?
Okay.
It's that man you wake up to every day. That's dad.
That's dad. Okay.
Father? That's just a donor. Because he ain't in your life. Yeah, you can father 15, 16 kids out here, but how many of them kids are you going to be a dad to?
Okay. The definition has been told.
I was raised with a mother and a father. I had that ability. Plus a grandmother and a grandfather. That's a blessing in its own.
But wait, you just confused me. You said a mother and a father and not a mother and a dad.
A mother and a dad. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I ain't mean to throw nobody off. Mother and a dad.
Okay, yeah, because you really threw me off. You know, I'm kind of slow, so sometimes it take a minute for me to catch up.
Grandmother, grandfather.
So y'all were all in the same house together?
I live with the war man. I live with the man that you got to go in there and you out your bed at 8 o'clock in the morning.
You said the war man.
Yeah, the war man. Now I understand why my kids call me Sergeant Slaughter. I get it from him.
Oh, so you be on some bullshit.
And again, how's it bullshit?
You on some bullshit.
See, that's the problem with the generations that's under me.
Okay.
Ain't no man in their life. I had Mr. Earl beating me. I had Mr. Earl also showing me how to read a tape measure.
Oh, okay.
You can't put 5 of these young niggas out here in the street and ask them to read a tape measure. But you put a scale on that table.
Triple beam.
They'll weigh everything in the world up. See?
Oh, wow. Okay.
Not saying that's a bad thing, but I'm just saying.
Okay, so when did fathers become absent?
Fathers really became absent in 90. But we're going to go back.
And we are talking only in our lifespan. We're not talking in general.
In general, no.
We're talking in our lifespan.
Because guess what? I mean, the tribe raised the kids back then.
So we're looking at the 70s and the 80s.
I'm a 70s baby. Some 80s babies. No
to the 90s.
No to the 90s. Anything born after 85, you lost.
Okay. So the tribe
raised the family, man.
Okay. I can kind of go for that. I can go for that.
Why do you think most families back then, you had 3 or 4 cousins that lived on your street?
Or near.
Or
very near.
Very near. Because the tribe raised the family.
In walking distance.
Although
I live kind of far from my grandmother's house. I think my first time on the RTA, I don't know why I want to say like 6 or 7. I was young.
You remember when they had the ashtrays on the bus?
Shut up.
I do too.
I don't.
I remember when they had the ashtrays on the bus.
Oh, yeah, on the armrest.
On the armrest with that one big window in the back.
Anyway.
Yeah.
I would catch the bus down to my grandmother's house, and it was the 3 headed down Superior, and my aunt stayed in East Cleveland, and she would have to catch the 3 at Lakeview, and my job was to stand at that 3 bus stop until she walked to the front. Whatever bus came past, if I didn't see her walk to the front of that bus, I was not to get on that bus. I was supposed to stand there and wait until she came back. We ain't had no cell phones. We ain't had no pagers. So I had to stand there and wait. And when I saw her, then I was able to get on the bus.
See, but that's when we had respect and we was raised right. We was raised right.
Yeah,
we had rules that we had to obey by.
Yeah, I'll go for that.
These kids these days don't know what be on this porch when them street lights come on.
Oh yeah, none of that.
None of that.
Oh yeah, I had to obey the laws and the rules. We used to catch the bus down 55th. I think that was I want to say the 16th. 19. No,
that's the 16.
16.
Going across 55th. Yeah, that's the 16.
Yeah. So, and then we got off the bus on 55th. My grandmother lived in King Kennedy.
Ooh wee.
Yeah, my grandmother lived in King Kennedy.
You hood for real if you know about that.
And then, and now if we didn't feel like walking, we caught the first Uber was back in the early 70s, 80s, the jitney. Well, we had it going on before there was an Uber and a Lyft. There was a jitney.
Again, the generations that's out here now have no clue on anything at all. And I blame the government for that too.
Yeah, I can get that too. But wait, let's go back to this village and this area. Like you said, most families kind of all either stayed on the same street or the same block. My grandmother stayed in King Kennedy. My great grandmother stayed in Alfway. And my great aunt stayed in Longwood.
Yeah, she hood, y'all.
Oh, God.
But like that, my grandparents bought the house on Olivet first.
Okay.
My great grandmother's sister, both their sisters came up from Alabama. They bought the house on the other half of 108th.
Okay.
So one lived on one side of the street, one lived on the other.
Okay.
On the other end of Olivet was my grandfather's brother and his wife.
Oh, walking distance. For real. Distance.
I ain't do nothing from 105 Superior to, I want to say, South B.
Okay.
I couldn't do nothing. From 99th on up to Parkwood, I couldn't do nothing.
But see, that's the thing. Now, as I mentioned, my grandmother the family stayed there, but I stayed off the 5 the entire time. But you wouldn't have known that. Because I was always down in King Kennedy.
Down the way.
Yeah, absolutely. Enjoyed it. Loved it.
Yeah, that's when they first gave the Section 8 away.
Well, no.
Yeah.
No. I'm going to have to look at that statistic and see when they actually began Section 8. Because I know my grandmother wasn't on Section 8.
I mean, but that was subsidized living down there.
Okay, I can go
so
for that.
So it wasn't Section 8 for real. It was subsidized living. She was getting something.
Oh, yeah.
Some assistance.
I'm sure she did. Well, see, my grandmother, she worked until, let's see, I don't know, majority of all my life, my grandmother most definitely worked. So I believe that in some subsidized housing, you did have people who actually had to pay full fare. Or, again, it was subsidized probably based off of
income.
Income and family size. Because I think the building that my grandmother stayed in was one of the only buildings that I can think of that only had 6 apartments in it.
So your grandmother was in the blues?
No. She was in the brown.
She was in the brown?
She was right in front.
Oh, she had Woodland. VIP. she was VIP.
So it was only one apartment on each floor, which meant it was bigger than all the others because they had 4 apartments on each floor.
Now, I remember I grew up going into the black.
Okay.
That's where my dad family was from.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
The black.
Yeah.
So I was all through up. I'm a buck. I'm 105 till I die, but I can
10-5.
go on the I and be safe. Pretty much, I can go anywhere in Cleveland and be safe. But I'm just saying, like Buckeye up there in the black, I can walk through there at midnight
And be safe.
and safe.
Well, I wouldn't try it. How about that? I don't even want to test the theory if
See-
I would be safe or not.
See, again, like my family and my father's family carry name out here.
We going back
We
to
go-
the fatherless
The
family.
Okay, so again, we go back to subsidized living.
Okay.
When the government gave women
And some men. We're going to say there's
and
some men.
but back then it was more women
Okay.
getting food stamps and medical and subsidized living. You couldn't get a man couldn't get no subsidized living back then.
Oh, okay.
And it was hard for war guys coming back to get some subsidized living. So able-bodied man ain't getting it.
Okay.
That ain't happening until the late 90s.
We in the 70s and we're talking about this village that is raising the children.
The government broke the village up. They broke the village up.
Okay. So it was their fault. It was a plot.
It was a plot because they know we stick together. Black people stick together regardless.
Not like them other nationalities. We ain't got nothing coming.
Back then,
Oh, back then. Okay.
we stuck together.
Oh yeah, yeah. I can agree with that.
Because I done been in situations where I done messing with a guy on the other side of Superior. And we ain't like each other, but we all the way on 93rd in the bar, and you get into some shit. Guess what? I'm gonna help you get back across the way. We're gonna squash our beef tonight. I ain't gonna let these niggas jump on you.
Okay.
But that was respect. You from my side of town.
So my side of town or our side of town is gonna trump our beef for the sake
For the
that,
sake of that,
I ain't gonna let nothing happen to you
I can't let
across town.
I can't let these niggas jump on you like that.
Oh, so is this something that actually happened?
Yeah, I done been in that situation
Oh, okay.
where either he helped me and I helped him, like a ongoing beef.
Oh, wow.
But we ain't about to. We from this side of town. We ain't about to let them party niggas jump on us.
Okay. So let's look. Let's get back. Okay. So we had the government who decided to give subsidized housing
To women
with stipulations,
that the man cannot be in that house
and then the food stamps.
to feed you and that child, not that man.
Okay. So, but of course, women, I'm sure they did not
Oh no,
follow those rules.
Oh no, because you coming up.
Them niggas wanted them stamps too.
Niggas wanted them stamps. hey, we was eating good back then, you know. So
Right. We gonna get steak and the kids gonna get hamburgers.
Hey, she gonna tell. Hey, look here, I got an inspection tomorrow, so you gotta take everything tonight. You can come back Wednesday. Inspection on Tuesday, but you can't. I can't have you have none of your clothes, no shoes, and they know it ain't no size 11 man 9-year-old in the house.
Okay.
So no, government.
No,
They broke the house up.
Okay, so they took the village away. The government took the village
The
away.
government took the village away because it's a known fact that a man can raise children, boy or basically a boy. Like I can raise a daughter, but I can't raise my daughter. There's certain things that she needs from her mother.
Or a female.
Or a female. It's certain things that I can't teach her, but I can teach her right and wrong. Okay. That's like a woman can raise a boy, but she can't teach him nothing.
Okay, because she has to be a man in order to teach a man to be a man.
You can't teach a man how to be a man. You sit down to pee.
Well, all men should sit down to pee.
Nah, I mean, we ain't getting into that right now.
I'm just saying all men should sit down to pee.
Okay, we ain't gonna.
It's more sanitary.
Okay, well.
So you ain't going there?
I ain't going there.
Oh, okay. I just want you to know that men should sit down and pee. There are some men that still sit down and pee.
It is.
Oh, okay, and that don't make them less than a man.
Next.
Next topic.
Next topic. That's the next topic.
Oh, okay. Men that sit down to pee.
That's kind of like in the end of this conversation we have right now.
Section 8
Section 8.
and food stamps.
Food stamps. Can't have a man in the house. So guess what? It leads the woman to raise these kids, boy or girl.
Okay.
But now there's no more tribe. Because these ladies nowadays don't want nobody talking nothing to their kids.
Oh, okay.
You can't say nothing to
Ray and Pookie.
You can't say nothing. And he done jumped all on my couch and everything. I'm ready to thump him in his damn throat. But I can't say nothing to him because I don't feel like falling out with you.
Huh. So,
but again,
okay.
If a man was in the house, a man, a dad,
not just a
not a donor,
male,
not a donor.
Okay.
Lil Ray and Pookie would be under control.
If the man was in the house, the dad, or a responsible dad.
A more responsible dad.
Okay. Because I was about to say, some men can be in the house and I think they taking up space.
But again, that's not a man. That's not a dad.
Is you feeling some type of way over there?
Yeah, I mean, because this world we living in right now, we are raising a bunch of butt-hurt suckers out here.
Butt-hurt?
Butt-hurt. You can't say nothing to them. Oh, I'm going to get my gun. Put your dukes up.
Oh, shoot.
See, that's what's wrong. These young boys are scared to get beat up.
Oh, because somebody going to talk about them on social media.
Somebody going to talk about that. And that's another thing that everybody recording shit. But back then, I remember fighting from Woodland, 89th, and Woodland coming all the way across to Superior. I done fought through 3 different hoods.
Trying to make it home.
Trying to make it to 105. I'm coming across Huff, Wade Park, the Cedar Boys. Come on, man. The Warriors was a real thing. Just because it was in New York. No, we wasn't on a train. We was on foot.
Yeah. So all of those games, DDs, BCOs.
Man. And guess what? You turn one corner, you're going to run into one group. You turn another corner, you're going to run to another. So we had to fight back then. These young niggas don't know how to fight.
Oh, okay.
That's why so many bodies showing up out here.
Yeah, that is kind of sad. That every time you turn around, you know what? That's why I don't look at the news. And I know that is so sad to say. But every time you turn the news on, there is some death.
Ain't nothing on the news but the blues.
Oh, okay. That's a good one.
But I watch the news to know what's going on around me.
And it's, again, sad to say that I don't watch it. But, right now, my philosophy is if it's newsworthy, it's going to be told. And then I can research it from there.
Guess what? I need to know what's going on around me.
Oh, okay. Well, hey, I ain't mad at you. So just make sure you call and tell me what's going on.
Hey, I want to know when they see that missile going up in the air. I need to know these things.
Yeah, that's true. That is absolutely true.
I don't want to wait to hit. I want to be prepared. But again, it goes back like women can't raise these boys, and it's these boys, and it's too, because it's some girls going crazy out here.
So yeah, you know what? I just thought about something. So the subsidy that was given, it kind of
hurt
when they get ready to take it away. Oh my goodness! What? Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
You done went crazy out here now.
Man, listen. So, I ain't ashamed to say it. I was most definitely a recipient. I think I was on welfare. Of course, they didn't change the names, but it is still the same.
You wasn't out here buying crab legs and shit.
Oh no, because I don't like crab legs. But I'm sure if I was eater of crab legs, I most definitely probably would have had a bag or two in my freezer. But the thing is, I think I was on it for maybe a year and a half. And the only reason that I got on it was because probably the medical bills.
Medical.
The medical bills.
I'm not mad at them giving them medical. I'm not mad at that.
Okay, well,
because everybody can't go to a job and get some medical. I ain't mad at that. But them checks, because guess what? When little Pookie turned 15, 16, that check cut down. So guess what's happening?
Do it really? Oh, then they gonna have more kids so they can get them
Pop goes the weasel.
Oh my God!
Come on, man.
Oh no.
We're dealing with 2 generations of crack babies.
That's a horrible name, but nevertheless a true statement, because that's when the epidemic was coming out.
That's why I say anything born after 85, 86, you might know a little bit, but 90, that's when they started putting the letters and names to these things these kids get. Oh, little Ray got ADD.
ADHD.
We ain't know nothing about no damn ADHD. That little boy touched.
He said, you better go sit your ass down somewhere.
Sit your ass in that corner. He just touched a little bit. Come on, man. Government, medicine, drugs, and messed up the world.
Oh, okay. So they done bought them all in, and it was a conspiracy to set us up.
The white man.
The white man.
Yeah.
Okay. Well.
Look here. The white man control, and I'm sorry, the black woman more than the black man does.
Let me repeat that for those in the cheap seats.
Mm-hmm.
The white man.
The white man.
Controls. The black woman.
The black woman.
More than.
The black man.
The black man.
The black man.
Okay. So does that say something about the black man, though?
It don't say nothing. See, the white man is scared of the black man.
Okay.
He knows if the way to that black man is if I take that black woman. They've been raping black women since the beginning of time.
True. So it was a form of control. Okay, we ain't Janet Jackson in control. We just being controlled.
Yeah. Because guess what? He gonna give you a loan after you got one that graduated from the house. So it's 6 of them in there. You got one that's graduated from the household, and she's the oldest.
Okay.
Go ahead and give her a 4-year ride. Go ahead and go to school. You can be something.
Okay, so now we got financial aid jumping in.
Give it to him.
Right.
Back then, it was more women going to college than men.
That's true, because most of the men were laborers.
But again, you got into college because old Tom over here said you can be somebody. Go ahead and go to school.
Well, I hope old Tom will eliminate my damn student loans.
No, we owe you for that. You don't think I'm giving you something and I ain't going to get my repay in return?
Oh, so it's like them stimulus checks. We going to give you a little something.
Hey, these niggas was mad. This income tax season.
See, this is the thing. This is the thing about this. So when the stimulus checks first came out, I was like, yeah, nah, I ain't going to partake in that.
Ain't touching none of that money.
Yeah, because what people don't know is that, and I ain't going to say they don't know, what they don't want to know is that once they give you something, they're most definitely going to find a way to take it back or to penalize you for it.
Yes.
So when they start giving out that money for the stimulus, see, one of the things was the economics, our economic structure at the time was about to crash. So they did not want it to be another, depression. Yeah, they didn't want it to be another depression. So what they did was they tried to figure out a way so that the economy could still flourish. And what they did was they gave you money in the form of a stimulus check so you can go and buy something.
Guess what? They planned it out so sweet.
Oh, of course they did.
Hey, we're going to throw this little out here in the air.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we're gonna shut down the cities here and there. Only such gonna be open and such gonna be open.
Yeah, yeah. And then we know they gonna be buying bullshit.
Guess what? I know 30 motherfuckers that touched over 50,000
Okay.
in 13 months. And didn't do
I was about to
nothing. They
say,
bought-
and the sad thing about it is they have nothing to show for it. And then some people they let, get over and not have to pay it back. But of the small amount that was put out there, those we had to pay it back. And I'm going to say we had to pay it back. When you get ready to file your income taxes, they ask you, did you get that money? Once you say you got that money, that then now becomes a part of your income, and your income will rise, which means that depending on how much federal taxes was taken out of your check, mean that guess what? Them big dumbass 8,000 and 9,000 income tax checks kind of dwindle down just a tad bit because now your income was higher.
Because I need it back.
Oh yeah, let me get that. Yeah, run that right on back.
Man, they bought bottles, blunts. That's all they did. That's all they did. They bought bottles and blunts. I mean, true enough, you couldn't go nowhere for a while.
That's true.
But that's all niggas did with their money. Them 30 motherfuckers that I know that didn't touch 50 bands. If them 30 niggas sat down at the table and said,
let's buy some property.
let's buy some property. That little 50,000 then turned into 100,000 quick.
Yeah.
But again, a lot of the people that got the money
broke right now.
broke.
Cars repoed.
Young motherfuckers too. I mean, I seen young niggas out here riding around in Benz. It's like, God damn, like what am I doing wrong? Maybe I should have put my hand in that pot.
2 months later.
2 months later, the motherfucker on the back of a tow truck repo. They ain't know what to do with the money. Young niggas.
Now that's a good point. That we're not teaching our children financial literacy.
Because there's no guidance in the house. Back then, we knew what to do with money. Even though it wasn't a lot of money. I remember my first job at McDonald's. My little $300 check. Boy, I was the man.
I think I still do pretty good with money.
I do okay. I
do my money challenges, so I most definitely am okay with money. However, I may not be good at paying them bills, but I'm okay with money.
See, I do that better than I do with holding money.
See, I can hold money.
I'm going to pay my bills. See, but that's that man in me.
Oh, can you come pay some of mine?
You going to do something strange for a piece of change?
Can you pay my bills for me? Can you pay my bill for me? Just one.
Just one? I got you.
All right. Is there a cap on that dollar amount of that bill?
Wait a minute, hold on. We can get off the subject.
No.
We can get off the subject of the economics of why the man is out of the house.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so.
See?
Oh, we done been off the subject a couple different times.
At different times. Man, we wasn't about to go on that subject.
Oh, okay.
It's going to be a whole lot of editing going on in here.
I guess so.
But no, it's just the generations now just don't have no respect for their elders.
Yeah, that's true.
That's 90% of it right now. It's respect. Like I mean, I can't. I was a hothead at one point in time. I was, but I still had respect for my elders.
Yeah. So you see too many stories now where you'll see somebody, a young adult or child, adolescent, juvenile, doing something to a elder, and it's like you supposed to respect your elders.
I wish you would in front of me. I wish you would for real. That's like I don't like men that beat on women. That's some sucker shit.
Really?
Ain't no woman can't no woman outpower a man. I don't care if she 239 pounds and he 45 soaking wet. No. No.
Well, we can talk about that another time.
Another time, but men are not men anymore.
And is it all because they've been raised in these single homes?
In a single home, ain't no men teaching them how to be a man.
So that's a generational curse. Even if it is a man there, that doesn't mean that he was taught, so he can't teach.
Oh, so again, like I said, 2 generations under me, I was taught. I got my 5 that I mess with. We all know
What it's like to be a man.
what it's like to be a man. And I know men guys that's my age and over that know how to be a man, know how to conduct themselves as men.
Oh, okay.
See, some of these 40 and youngers don't know how to conduct themselves as men.
Oh, okay.
Because did no man teach them nothing. They don't know how to change a tire, change no oil. They don't know how to do none of that.
Oh, okay. I never thought about that like that, but
You got to have a woman can raise a boy. The boy's mother is his first love,
true.
and that boy's mother, that's her first love all over. Don't nothing matter in this world but her.
Unless she can't stand that baby daddy, then she salty with that little son, cause you look like that motherfucker. And every time I look at you, I see that motherfucker.
You is wildin' for that one. But that's the generation shit right there, man. Ain't no men teaching these boys how to be boys. And then again, the government is fucking with the boys' heads too. Like growing up, I always seen 1 or 2. And my grandma be like, oh yeah, he a little sweet.
We're not gonna talk about that right now.
I'm just saying, but that part of it now with the skinny jeans and the TV pushing this and the mothers not, that's what these boys are not being boys. Boys ain't out here climbing trees. Boys ain't out here, like, this past winter, I ain't seen not nan kid with a shovel in their hand.
That's because all the crackheads got her.
No, not even the crackheads, but what it is was these kids was always given everything. You didn't have to earn nothing. You ain't got to earn nothing nowadays with these kids.
Yeah, because their attitude's fucked up and they'll just try to take it.
No, because their mama gonna give everything. Oh, he right here, like all the little gossip in the house because she ain't letting them go outside because she living in the projects for real. Come on, man.
Oh my God.
Come on. I mean, look at it. Ain't no man.
I went outside to play.
I mean,
but see, I guess my thing.
It's a difference between men and women.
I guess the thing was, at least growing up in my grandmother's household, my uncle was the authoritarian.
I had one of them and on all of it. Like if John wasn't laying down the thunder of the law.
Oh, okay.
It was my uncle, his first son.
Okay. Well, yeah, I can go for that.
So he kind of kept the boys.
Yeah. So my uncles, I think,
line.
We respected my uncles, and what they said was law. It went. You know what I'm saying? So, it's like, okay, like I said, I had a dad, and then I had my uncles, and I'm talking about my mother's brothers. I'm talking about great uncles. And it's like back then we had those. We had crates and things like that. And most people now, they don't have that family structure that we had.
You wouldn't, because they tore the family up.
Yeah, because you got to think.
They tore the family up. Because guess what? That your auntie, even though that's her brother, but he on that shit. Come on. She gonna tell it all. It's that one auntie gonna get drunk and she gonna tell everybody business. Everybody.
Okay.
But they tore the family up.
No more big mamas.
Ain't no family no more. Like it's no more big mamas.
Well, I call my grandmother mama.
Ain't no more big mamas. That was.
Okay, so she was the true matriarch.
She ran the house. I see, but back then, when the family was real, as long as he taking care of my house, I ain't worried about what you gonna see. Because back then, women wasn't where you going and what you doing and this, that, and another. Because guess what? I might get up and go to work at 6 o'clock in the morning and don't come home till 6 o'clock the next morning. But I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. That's what them old men did. Them old men stayed out all night long and Barbara didn't ask where you was at. As long as that check was on that table.
Yeah.
I mean, see, but that's the thing. Like, women back then were more, and I'm not using it in a bad way, but more submissive
That
to.
word. Okay. I mean,
I mean,
if you
it's
give
true.
context of the word.
I'm not
Okay.
saying that you doing what I tell you to do. I'm saying I'ma ask you to do it
Oh,
this
it's
way.
a tone.
It's a tone. Like
Okay.
submissive is
I can go
not
for that.
being dominated. It's being okay. It's being okay.
And with that, I gotta eat. I'm hungry. Well, we have come to the end of this week's episode. I want to first thank you for listening to the insanity that crosses our minds. To those who partake and entertain in my conversations, without you, there will be no hanging out with Hayzel. To Platinum Way Ray and Mac of the Tracks, we're looking out for my dope beat. And last but not least, shout out to my other half for making this possible. Because at the end of the day, she is I and I am her. If you thought this show was interesting, be sure to tune in to next week's episode and tell a friend. Support the movement. All things Hayzel Green. Find my books on Amazon.com. Follow, listen, and like at hazelgreen.com. Hayzel Green on Facebook and Hayzel Green 216 on IG. 2 fingers. And I'm out. Hey, 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 hey.